Hello all you couch detectives out there to another interrogation video. For you new detectives, yes, you, we upload multiple videos every single week, so make sure you're subscribed. Hit that like button if you want, it really does help. Okay, enough rambling, let's get into it. April 6, 2018, Wadsworth, Ohio. Every parent's worst nightmare. Finding out that your child had a hand in something so horrific. Realizing that someone you were responsible for instilling values, raising properly, and becoming a decent human being has gone astray and committed a crime so disgusting, it makes you question everything.
I want to talk to you a little bit about what's on the phone. All the phone contained images of Margaret before and after her death, as well as videos of your son with her. With her, engaging in acts with her. Was she still alive when he was doing that? No, I don't believe. Oh my God.
This is 17-year-old Gavon Ramsay. From what we know, he was a bit of a troubled teen, getting into trouble on pretty regular basis. The trouble that he would get himself into on the night of April 6, 2018 would shock law enforcement, the community, and everyone close to him. Gavon would sneak into 98-year-old Margaret Douglas's house, film her while she slept in her chair, and what he did next is unimaginable. He would strangle her, do unspeakable things to her post-mortem, and ultimately stuff her body into a small closet in her home when he was done. Margaret was reported missing when a friend came by to check on her. He noticed 3 newspapers near the front door. So, knowing Margaret never locked her door, he opened it and he went inside. He searched her whole house and he was unable to find Margaret Douglas. Margaret was eventually found by her nephew, Howard Leisure, as he was looking in a closet to find Margaret's favorite pair of shoes. Well, he found one, but realized that it was being worn by her. She had been covered in clothes and a vacuum cleaner, and a heater was placed in front of the closet door. On seemingly unrelated occurrences, on April 13, 2018, Gavon Ramsay was brought down to the Wadsworth Police Department for questioning regarding he and his friend Braden's mischief the night before, and also another incident of a carjacking that took place in the area. His mother Chris was also there with him. Now, detectives were very aware that his house was just a few houses down from Margaret Douglas's home. He was not necessarily a suspect at the time, but he certainly was not ruled out. Here is how that interview went. We have included in this video Gavon's second interview that took place just 3 days later, and you will see there is a stark contrast between the two. But first, let us have a moment of silence for the victim in this case.
Oh, right here. Oh, what I do with my...
I want to let her sit in this armchair.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh, it's over there again, if you don't mind.
He doesn't sit with his equipment.
No.
Really? Oh, God. I'll take it. Let me turn my ringer down. I was trying to reach his dad, but he's at work and he's not on the answer his phone.
Your mom, right?
Yes, I'm correct.
Chris, I'm Dawn.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
You're not under arrest. You can leave at any time. You just have to understand that. I know I closed the door just because there are a lot of officers down the hallway, so don't think you're under arrest or being detained at all. You can get up and go at any point in time.
All right, okay.
We've had a lot of goings on in the neighborhood lately. Yeah.
I know.
Yes, and probably more than the general public is aware. That's for sure. More than one incident. Yeah, so more than one incident. So,
Okay.
Unfortunately, we're trying to see if, they're all related.
Right.
Gavon, does your mom know why you're here?
I think yeah.
He said he climbed on top of the church.
Yeah.
So there's got to be more to that story because I wouldn't be going down here and picking up at school if that's what he did.
Yeah. So we already talked to the other half of this. Okay. And you just want to tell us what you guys were doing and what was happening that night? You're 17, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we snuck out. Well, I snuck out. He's 18. So we were just walking around. He didn't even drive. Like, he just walked.
Oh, he walked from his house in Euclid?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez.
And then we met up at Derling, and we weren't really doing anything. Then we went over to the church and climbed on top.
Okay.
And then we went, like, into the courtyard, but that's all we did.
Now, you did more. Unfortunately, you guys have left behind some very telling items. Okay? If we're going to get to the bottom of this, let's just make it the truth all at once. Let's deal with it and get it done.
You're 17.
Yeah. You're a kid, so you're not looking at as much trouble as
And you get sponge in the future.
traded. Yeah.
You turn 18, it's over.
What did you do with the trailer?
I poked my knife behind, like, the little steam in it and popped it out.
Why were you guys going to go in there?
I don't know. We honestly had nothing to do. And me and Braden together, we know it's not good, but I don't know. We're good friends. We just hang out. Like, my mom said it a lot. Me and Braden are like toxic together, I guess. We always just get in trouble, but
We don't allow him to hang out with him anymore for months. So he's not.
What roof was it that you guys were getting on top of? I mean, there's a million buildings there, that's why I'm asking.
the church, like beside Derling, not First Christian,
Sacred Heart?
yeah.
The big Catholic church, the first building?
No, we weren't now in the school.
Okay, not in the school.
Alright, if you come out of Derling parking lot, there's that road that goes down, like, to the other church, I guess, with the really big parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the school, but it has, like, you can't skateboard, scooter, bike.
That's Sacred Heart, actually church, right?
Yeah.
They have the church and the school, and they're
There's a
kind
lot
of,
of remote buildings over there.
And it's like I forget what it was called. It's right on the corner of Boyer and the other street.
okay,
But it was on that roof.
okay. And that set the alarm off. Could you guys hear it?
Yeah, I didn't even know what was going off because we were by the windows and they were already cracked open. And like we were just messing with them. Like they were honestly cracked open. I'm not lying anymore.
The window on the school,
No, on the church.
on the church. Okay.
And we were messing with it, and then Braden's like, dude, the alarm. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I heard it, so we left, and we ran over there. Then that's when we saw the trailer.
So you guys set off the alarm and then you messed with the trailer? Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
You'd think that would be enough to scare the bejeebies out of you and go home. Were you guys going to hide in the trailer?
no, we,
You just weren't getting straight enough to go home after you set the alarm off.
yeah, I guess.
You didn't get into it, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys ended up seeing the police and took
Yeah, we
off.
saw, I don't even know who it was. It was a cop. Well, I'm pretty sure it was a cop 'cause it looked like he had his belt on, but like down by the church walking, so then we took off.
Where'd you guys go?
Up Orchard Street, and then I went home, and then he went home.
So you snuck back in the house there right after that?
Yeah.
And just so you know, we did stop him, I'm sure. He said he told you that.
Yeah, he did.
He texted you that and let you know that he got stopped. Did you know he left his phone?
Yeah, he told me.
Yeah, and your green lighter?
He got stopped on the way home.
Good. Yeah. You guys do anything else in the area?
No, he told me you were talking about like car thefts and stuff, but that's not anything I'm involved in.
Okay. You talked to him already?
Yeah, he texted me, like he's got a computer and everything.
Okay. Good grief.
Yeah, like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know.
So you guys didn't go into any cars? You know what? It would make me feel a lot better now if it was just the two of you that went into the cars.
Yeah.
You know, because of the other issue in the area.
I didn't even know there was a car issue there.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. You guys didn't, now would be the time to tell, okay? Because we processed the cars, we did fingerprints and DNA. He's been in trouble. I would assume you were with him at Central Intermediate School?
Yes.
So your DNA is on file as well. So that's all going to come up. If it's you guys, for goodness sakes, it's just rummaging through cars and nothing was even taken that they could tell. So it's probably change that was taken.
Private property cars?
Yeah.
Your driveways.
In people's driveways, yeah.
Gavin, if you...
Okay, we opened cargoes. We didn't take anything. But
Do you remember where this was at and what night this was?
no,
Same night?
yeah, it was last night that we did it. It was, I don't know what street it is. If you go up like 94 and turn right after CVS, like take a right, and it comes down past like Lincoln School.
Flatland? It's right here?
Yeah, that. We were walking through there.
Okay. You guys didn't take anything? Did you rummage through glove boxes or anything? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't take not even change or anything?
Maybe like 50 cents, but other than that, seriously nothing.
Okay. How about over closer to your house? Portage, Elm,
I
Summit?
don't know, we went up towards like Elm and stuff beforehand because the church was the last thing, I guess, before we went home. So, like, yeah, we were walking up past that road, and then we walked up past like Portage and Elm and everything up by the Oak.
How about earlier in the week? We had some cars entered into earlier in the week. That's why I'm asking.
No,
No.
everything we did was last night.
Okay.
Because again, I have your DNA.
Is there going to be anything else that we hear that we relate you guys back to?
When was the last night that you two met up?
Last night?
Previous to that?
I'm guessing this isn't the first time yet.
Well, no, like we've snuck out in the past before, but since I've got in trouble, this most recent one, like without the law, I haven't really snuck out at all.
When was this recent time that he got in trouble on?
He has not had any freedom at all. I mean, he literally goes to work and home probably 3 months because he makes bad choices, and we don't want that for our kids. So he literally has no life. And he's snuck out before. I just recently moved his bedroom downstairs close to mine with his younger brother, because they tend to tattle, so that I could keep, it's terrible that I did it.
Mm-hmm.
And it still isn't doing enough, because Morton probably was sound asleep. It's been a few months since he's had any freedom.
Gavin, we've had some really serious things happen in your neighborhood and in that area, okay? We had a carjacking,
Oh my God.
and the suspect is a young white male with a nice complexion and blue eyes. Is that you?
No, it's not me. I wouldn't know the first thing about jacking a car.
Well, it's a little more to the story, but, you didn't take anybody's car?
No.
Have you ever used an app called Grindr?
No,
How do you feel about gay people?
I'm not gay.
Oh, well, that's okay. But they don't bother you?
No, nobody bothers me.
Okay. Some of the victims of these crimes are gay, and I didn't know if it was
A hate crime kind of thing.
right. They're being victimized only because of their sexual orientation. So we're here, so I'm just going to ask them.
Right. Oh,
It's going to be straightforward, There's no reason for me to fluff anything up.
Nope.
And I'm sure you guys know about the elderly woman that was found.
Oh my God, that was horrifying. That was horrifying. It is horrifying.
Did you know her at all?
No, other than just to see her out, like on a porch, that actually makes me want to cry. Like, how do you get to be 98 years old? Nobody lives to be 98. It's so rare. And someone else thought that that was okay. Like, how does that, I don't know. Like, why does your life been like that?
Gavin, do you know anything about it?
No, that's honestly probably 5 or 6 people.
That you talked to? Is that what you're saying? I don't mean to make you upset, but I just don't understand what you're saying. What about 5 or 6 people?
Never mind. It's not anything illegal. So.
Is there something else you need to tell us? What's upsetting you so much?
Nothing.
I've been doing this for a little while, and I have a whole gaggle of children of my own, ranging from the age of 26 all the way down to 10, so I'm pretty good with this stuff.
Yeah, so did you get put in a bad situation? Did somebody put you in a bad situation?
No.
No.
Yeah, let's look at it this way. Honesty is always what's best.
I'm not holding anything bad. Like,
You've already gotten yourself in trouble, so.
I know, and I don't mean, I don't know what to say.
Is there more? Because you know it always
No,
comes out.
It's not that there's anything more. It's what the fuck, dude.
That's what I always told you kids. What happens in the dark comes out in the light. That's the way it works. You mess up, you get caught. You make bad choices, you're going to pay for it. So if there's something else, let's get it all out on the table so that we know what we're dealing with.
There's not anything else. It's, I don't know. I'm mad at myself. I'm so mad at myself.
What are you so mad at yourself for?
I was 16 there, he had a fucking felony and like 5 misdemeanors, and now I'm gonna be in more trouble. I have to go back to court, and I'm done with it. I'm so done with it.
That's fair enough.
Like, honestly, I don't even want to live at home anymore. I don't know. I'm not fucking normal. I need to live somewhere else. Like, if, I don't know, some halfway house or something, I honestly would not care.
Why would you want to live in a halfway house? What is so wrong about living at home?
No, but there's nothing that they do. It's me. Like, everything I'm putting them through, I'm costing them thousands of dollars. Constant heartbreak. I've honestly probably never made either of them proud. I don't do anything fucking good.
Stop cussing.
It's a word.
Well, it's disrespectful.
So you're upset with yourself?
Yeah, I hate myself. That's really it.
That's not why we brought you in here.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody
That
makes
you asked me
mistakes.
what was upsetting me.
Well, and we need to know that. But we're talking about stuff. We're talking about kids making bad decisions. I mean, we're talking about a damaged trailer and some cars you went into and took a little bit of change from.
Yeah, but that's how we, say it here, but as soon as I go to court, that's another felony or something, because I don't know, why wouldn't it be? You're making it sound like it's no big deal right now, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you or my mom. I'm just saying, like, right now you're making it seem like, oh, you just went,
To us, there's more serious things out there.
Yeah, I know, but then I go to court and it's completely different. Like last time, the cop told me, oh, like, whenever I got the felony, like, yeah, it'll be, blah, blah, blah. He wasn't even making it sound bad. And then next thing you know, I'm on probation for 6 months with a felony and 2 misdemeanors.
That was central intermediate. That was felony breaking minimum.
I told you when we started, this stuff will be expunged when you turn 18.
Yeah.
It can go away to the point. I don't care about what's on my record. Okay, like I do, but right now, like I know I'm gonna have to deal with it more for the next 9 months. That is what makes me mad.
You're the only person that can change those
I know.
decisions, okay? And I had this same conversation with, I forget his name. Braden. I can't remember if it was Brandon or Braden.
Braden or Fox.
I had the same conversation with him. The only person that can change this is you. Your mom could tie you up in the basement and it wouldn't remedy the situation. You've got to make the right choices. You sound like you have a good head on your shoulders and you definitely know what's right and what's wrong. I'm guessing that you're employed somewhere by the look of your boots.
Memories.
Okay.
It's just a carpentry school.
Okay. So you're learning a trade, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
You have aspirations of not working at Marie's all your life?
Yeah.
Okay. Marie's is probably not the best choice of places.
Yeah, I
For you to
know.
work, right?
He says it's terrible. The things that go on are terrible. He says that.
Yes.
I know.
We're constantly dealing. So
Yeah, I've forgotten several other...
try Panera. Those girls are nice.
His older brother worked at one. That was his first job.
Gavin, this is all there is. There's nothing else. I'm asking, I'm not telling you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. You had nothing to do with the carjacking? Okay. We're not going to see you on the video when we get it back from enhancement?
So,
That was, by the Overlook Administration Building, you were not in that parking lot at all in the middle of the night. I have a friend that I went to the academy with that works for NASA, so sometimes they'll do favors for me.
Right.
Yeah, and so we send the video up there to get it cleaned up and when we get it back. And I'm being straightforward, okay?
You're right.
That's the way I am. And I told Braden that, I would prefer he just tell me if he was involved. And that'll make things a lot better for him.
Right.
And the fact that there's video of that.
Oh my God, I know. And it's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. So those cars on Portage aren't you. There's cars.
well, no, I said we went up through Portage.
But did you get any cars on Portage? No.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we didn't take anything from those cars.
Okay. Was that just last night?
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't do it last week? Or last weekend anytime? Portage and I know boys. Yeah, Kevin. He was outside. I'm sure he'd be doing the old man thing.
You're taking your shoe off.
Is there anything else is there anything that you have that we can give back?
I don't know what that means.
Did you take any sunglasses or anything stupid like that? No? Oh, just change. What'd you do with all the 50 cents you...
Nothing. I think I dropped it whenever we were leaving the church.
Were these cars all unlocked, or did they didn't break?
No, they were all unlocked.
So would you just walk through the neighborhood trying people's cars? What'd you do if someone did that to my car? Like, that's so upsetting and scary.
I understand that, but it's really their own fault for not locking.
No, I don't lock mine all the time. Because
You lock yours every time.
it's not the point. It's not yours.
Okay, so none of this transpired at the end of last week. I'm not gonna find your DNA or fingerprints from last week.
Did you sneak out last week?
No.
So you had nothing to do with that? Because
No.
again,
None of that stuff is going to be me. What I did was last night. And that's it.
were there other streets?
It's in our general area. We walked around.
If things weren't taken, how would people know? If someone just went in a car,
They were rummaged through their,
okay,
glove compartments, center console, stuff like that.
okay. I have to make sure there's not something else that I should know. Because, like, how would they know?
Well, the suspicious death of the elderly woman is
Oh
right
my
there too.
God, I know.
That's why I'm saying, I can't imagine you doing something like that. I'm just interacting with you this little bit. I can't imagine that's in your wheelhouse.
No.
But, if we would come to find out that you're not being honest about something that, puts you back on the list of people to take a look at,
Right.
So it's a serious situation. That's why I want to make sure.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Generally, detectives don't get involved in.
We knew when we saw that BCI because it was literally facing my office window and it was blinding in a house, and I was like, at first I was like, that looks like a trash truck, but that's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when that gets called in, and then I get all scared. I'm like, oh my God, I have all my porch lights on now, and I have stranger danger issues.
Do you notice anything different in the area?
No, I don't. And I'm home a lot lately. I just haven't been working as much. I go through spells because I'm like a part-time nurse.
Okay.
So, but it's usually so quiet around there. I mean, there's just nothing ever, except for there's a house up the road, like headed toward Oak. I guess there's always cops up there, but that's it. There's just nothing. It's so quiet.
You haven't noticed any strange vehicles or?
No, but the day that all unfolded, we didn't even know what was going on. We have two dogs, a very small one, and she was in the kitchen with me, and she just kept looking out the back door and growling, and she never does that. And I got like goosebumpy. I thought, that's just so unlike her, and I kept looking out because like the neighbor girl has a old, they built like a little, it's not even a tree house, it's all on the ground. I kept thinking, God, what if there's somebody in there? It just kind of freaked me out. I just kept, because it's all wooded back there.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the only thing that was off, was that whole day.
And that was Friday?
Yeah, it was the first day before anybody even knew what was going on. So, how many days?
I think we were out Sunday night into Monday, or, geez, but I've been up for so long.
I bet. It must have been
Monday night into Tuesday.
Yeah, it was just odd. Just odd. But
Was it dark out yet?
No, it was daylight.
We were out traipsing around the backyard.
Maybe she heard you. So maybe she heard you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think we all watch fairly well. There's a few of us that are home more.
Mm-hmm.
So if something's unusual, we would call.
Right.
But nothing.
That's part of what we're in the process of doing. I got called back here, so we're canvassing the neighborhood
Right.
and talking to everybody.
Right.
Any know-it-alls in the neighborhood that I should be sure I see?
I'll tell you what, I'm not joking. Directly across from me, okay, I live at 135. It's directly across, it's the corner of Portage and Summit, and then the house right next to it would be Mike and Lynn. They've been in the neighborhood for 100 years. They know everything. Like, they know everything. Everything. And they're always out walking their dog. So yeah, they'd be good ones to talk to if you have not.
Mike and Lynn, do you know their last name?
Do you know Mike's last name? No, they're probably 10 years, probably in their late 50s, I would guess.
There's either two cars you'll see there. It's one of them's like a Violet shedding Malibu or something. The other one's a red truck with a cap on it.
Yeah, and a lot of times he parks in front of our house, so those are both on there. But yeah, they seem to know a lot, and they're so nice. But that's probably it. Yeah, and then Eric lives on the corner, but he's an EMT, so he would clearly know to call someone.
Yeah, he stopped out with us and offered us his restroom and
Yeah,
we needed it.
yeah, he's been a help for us over the years with all the stitches, and I'm like, go get Eric, go get Eric, he'll get there quick. Yeah.
So while you guys were out and about, did you see anybody else out traipsing around?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, it wasn't you guys earlier in the week?
No.
I need to make sure of that, because like I said, if it comes back that it was you guys, then it puts us in a bad spot because you've lied about it, and we don't want that.
Right. I'd like to believe if you've told this much that if there was anything else, you would just open up like that to you. Usually once Gavin gets going, that's how it was last time. Once he just okay.
Right.
Then it's all out.
Well, and Braden told us, about the church and the trailer and stuff, but he didn't want to tell us about entering cars, even though we knew
Right.
the truth of it.
Right.
It all fits together.
Right. And again, you have that DNA. And
Yeah.
that's why they did that when they both got in trouble.
Yeah.
Now you're on record.
Well, and unfortunately, DNA is not quick.
I know, it's not like on TV where it's
No, it can
minutes
take
later.
for just a regular crime of somebody breaking into a house or a vehicle or something. It can take 6 months. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was that long. I had
Because they
no
prioritize,
idea.
if you've got rapes and murders and stuff like that, they're going to do all that stuff first and pick up an extra one here and there when they can. So that's why I try to explain to him, let's just get this all on the table now.
Right.
Brayden, if there's something else, just do it now, because I don't want to come revisit you in 6 months. If you handle a case all at once, it's done.
Right.
But if you get in trouble and then 6 months later something else surfaces, you get hit even harder.
Right.
So
So is this going to be Braden entering again into vehicles?
well,
Because the prosecutor is pretty tough.
it's not breaking and entering because it's not a home or a building.
Okay.
It would probably, and juvenile crime is different than adult.
Yeah.
So, there's what they call status offenses, just
Okay.
things like smoking and curfew that an adult can't get in trouble for. And then, so they don't know what they would decide to charge.
Okay. That's automatically a curfew right there.
Yeah.
I didn't get caught after their show.
But you're telling what you've done, so it's an assumption, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it,
I don't think we're too worried about the curfew.
yeah.
I don't think we're too worried about the car break-ins, but
Yeah.
That carjacking.
stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and in most circumstances, when you hear carjacking, you think somebody stuck a gun in somebody's face.
That's how
That's not this circumstance.
Okay.
It's,
Okay.
it's more of a trickery kind of thing. So,
Okay.
Let me ask, is there anybody else she should talk to about that maybe you heard something at school about?
Mm-hmm. Honestly, can you two actually leave for a second?
What's that?
Can you two actually leave? So I can talk to her.
Yeah.
okay.
Sure.
The carjacking, it was me. I'm going to be honest about it, but the way that he explained it, that guy, that's not right. That grinder thing, yeah, I have been on it. And this guy was like the first time that this happened, and I told him like I was 17 and everything, and I wasn't planning on doing anything with him. It's not my style. I was just like, he's a 40-year-old man trying to get with a 17-year-old, so I was just going to rob him. It's still messed up, but against what he's doing. I really think it is. And then the whole carjacking thing, I never even left Overlook. I literally, like, I got in, and he's like, what, should we go to the back seat? I'm like, yeah, sure. So he got out. I sit and locked the doors, and hopped in the driver's seat and just drove around and messed with him, and then I left.
So then you got out and left?
Yeah, I didn't damage the car. I didn't.
Well, we knew it was there, you know, when he finally went somewhere to get a phone, and we knew there was something more to the story that he wasn't telling us.
Yeah, I didn't damage any of his stuff. I just, like...
Do you have his wallet?
No. No, that's because I kept asking him, like, I cracked the window of the car, like, 'cause he walked up, doors were locked and everything. I'm like, where's your wallet? And he's like, I don't have it. So then, you know, I opened his glove box and all that. And I'm like, well, show me your pockets. And he's like, I don't have it, but can I have my phone? I'm like, no. And then I turned and he like tried to grab the window and like break it. And then I gassed it and he walked, and that's when he left Overlook. And then I went up to like where the dumpsters are, you know where that white van is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's where I left the car, and I just went out. And then the only reason I knew what he was saying is because I heard sirens and stuff. I'm like, that guy's not just going to leave. Like, why would you leave your car and phone and everything? And then I downloaded the 5.0 radio, and I was listening. And he said the kid was trying to get a ride to Elm Street, and he like came up to my car asking for a ride. Looks like he was in distress or something, and that's not what happened.
Yeah. Much like you didn't want to say that he was there to meet up with somebody, you told him your age.
Yeah, I told him I was 17.
What is your app say on Grindr?
I think this is like 18 or 19, but I told him.
Okay.
I don't even have the app anymore. I deleted it after that night. I didn't want to say that in front of my mom.
Are you gay?
No, that's not it. Like, I didn't have any plans to do anything sexual. It was just for him being that crappy of a person to try and get with a child, basically.
At what point in time did you tell him how old you were?
Over text is when I told him, and that's why I decided I was going to do that.
Is it text on your app?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can't pull that back up?
No, that's deleted. I think I blocked the guy too, so that like deletes him completely, like out of, I can't search him up or anything, and I deleted the app, so that's all the information with it.
Do you have his phone? His phone's missing.
Mm-hmm. No, I didn't take it.
You didn't take his phone?
No. I threw it out the window when we were at Overlook because, I don't know, that's...
Pissed off?
Yeah, that's really why. So I threw it out the window.
Did he know that you threw it out the window?
No, because he was already gone.
Okay.
Well, because like I pulled up and I was like by the white van kind of, and that's where I threw it. When I looked in the mirror, it's like I was looking for him because I didn't know where he went. And I was sitting there like turned around because I felt like he was going to come up behind me or something and try and get in again. And I was looking, I didn't see him. I threw his phone, and then I drove up a little bit more past the dumpsters, got out and left.
Why were you on that app?
Really just for that reason, to find guys that are that low of people, I guess.
That want to get with kids?
Mm-hmm. Like, it's karma, really. Like, if you're going to do that, then I'm going to rob you.
And you told him how old?
I was 17.
You told him you were 17? What was his response to that?
He was, like, okay, and he was down to meet. So that's when I decided I was just going to take his money and leave.
Did he touch you at all? Did you touch him at all?
No.
Now, where were you at in the car?
I got into the front seat, like the front passenger, and then, like, whenever, I didn't even have the door really closed yet, like, my foot was still out, just precautions, I guess, if I needed to run. And he was like, should you go in the back seat to do this? And I'm like, yeah. And then he got out, and I pulled my door closed after he shut his, and I locked it, and then he was locked out of the car. And then I jumped over the driver's seat and like cracked the window a little bit and waited to see like his reaction. And then I just like kept gassing a little bit and going, 2 feet forward. I don't know.
What was he thinking was going to happen?
I mean,
Was there an act that you guys agreed upon?
not really, no. Just like NSA. I didn't even know what that meant, but it means no strings attached.
Okay.
And that's what.
You guys didn't talk about what kind of sex you were going to have, or?
No, I didn't. I don't know. It's not something I'm interested in. Just the act of him getting the payback. I guess, I don't know. That's what like made me even get the app and do all that. Not because of emotions or like feelings towards other men.
I don't care who you prefer to go with. It doesn't bother me not wanting to.
Yeah,
Okay?
I don't care about
It's not my thing.
what people like or what they don't like.
Who's the other guy that came up then? Is that Braden?
What other guy that came up?
There's another guy in the video that walks up to the car after the fact. Nobody
No,
else
Braden.
came up and met you?
No, Braden was not involved in that.
Okay. And nobody else came up and walked up to the car?
No.
Because, quite a while later, somebody else walks up to the car. So that's why I'm asking. I haven't gotten to see the video because it's with my buddy at NAS. That's for enhancement. So, but he says there's somebody else, and maybe it's this guy outside the car while you're messing with him.
Wait, was it, do you know if it was after, like, I left?
It was my understanding that it was after he left, the older guy. But like I said, I haven't seen the video myself. It's there for enhancement, so.
Alright, yeah, I honestly don't know about that.
Nobody else came up to meet you or anything like that?
After I noticed he was gone, I'm like, the cops are definitely going to show up. If he really just left without his car and something, he probably went to somebody's doorstep or something, trying to use the phone. So that's when I got out, and I just went home.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all of it.
You didn't hurt that old lady, did you?
No, and that's what I was pissed about earlier.
What were you pissed about?
Because there's actually people that do the video killing the girl. And that's, like, I just said some dark stuff and everything. And, like, I don't know, people know. Like, I'm a dark person, I guess, but, like, I'm not gonna go kill somebody. It's not like that. But people are like, oh, you killed her, didn't you? I really feel like you did. I'm like, no, I didn't.
So people are saying it?
Yeah, and it's making me really mad. It really is.
Did you know her?
No, her neighbor, the old couple, I used to do like yard work and stuff for him, and I think I tried to for her one time, but she said she had like nephews and grandsons that come over to do it for her.
Have you ever been in her house?
No, the farthest I've been is on her front porch because I knocked on her door.
How long ago was that?
Oh, that was years ago. I was probably like 14.
Okay.
Yeah, that was before I could actually go get a job. So I could have money.
There's no reason that we would find your DNA inside her house because we swabbed the hell out of that house.
You shouldn't.
Okay. I mean, if you've never been in there, then obviously we wouldn't. But, I mean, you name it. We swabbed it. We took it. I'm sure you know we were there all night.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have the results back, and we won't have them back for a while, but do you know anybody that would do something like that?
No, the only person I know that's probably crazy enough to do anything like that is Hugh. He works at Marie's, but I feel like he's more bark than he is bite, because like when I first got hired at Marie's, people were like, you know, don't mess with Hugh and everything. And I mean, that's the first thing that I did.
Is that his real name?
Yeah, Hugh Young, I'm pretty sure. And
Where does he live?
I don't even know. I found his Facebook the other day.
Does it say Hugh Young?
Well, it says Hugh D. Young, but in it looks way different because he got just like goatee, clean shaven. Now he looks like he's actually kind of crazy.
Okay.
But I don't know, everybody told me like, oh, don't mess with him, don't talk to him, he's crazy.
Would he know? Margaret's her name.
I don't think so. I'm not saying like he has anything to do with it, but that's the only person that I can even think of that's crazy enough to.
What do you think should happen to somebody that does that?
That kill someone?
Kills a 98-year-old woman. Yeah.
I don't know, I think eye for an eye is the best way to go. That's how I look at things, is eye for an eye.
And your DNA is already on file? I mean, if it makes you feel better, I will give them your name and let them know your DNA is on file, and they can rule you out. Okay, when we get a DNA profile. Would that help you?
I mean, what, for like the lady?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that doesn't bother me.
Well, I think it bothers you that people are accusing you of it.
Yeah, it does, but I don't know. Like, people are still going to say it. It makes me mad because that many people have said it, but I haven't really heard it since, like, it was only the first couple of days since it happened, but I haven't. So, I mean, you can if you want, it doesn't really matter to me.
Well, I think if we get a profile that doesn't match up to anything we've submitted, that they run it through the computer system, and the computer system runs it against all of that they've collected from people who've been in trouble in the past. So that's how it usually works. So it would probably get passed over anyway. So, but if you think of somebody else, or if you see something in that area, please call right away.
I will.
Okay. I mean, it's something that's horrible that just doesn't happen here, right? You know,
Yeah.
even if it's, one of your buddies that just was like, I went into the house, I didn't think anybody was there, and it just went all wrong.
That's what my mom was saying too, is like, what she thinks, two things it could be is like a grandson and nephew, like, because my brother's friend, his dad works for some county, and he was saying that like, her entire family was like in a will and they were all getting like money and stuff. So he was saying like one of the grandkids or nephews, or I don't even know who's in the family, but they could have done that to get money, or just some junkie in Wadsworth, which that would not surprise me.
Yeah.
Just going to break into a house to get some money or something they could pawn.
I'm sure your mom's standing out there freaking out.
Yeah, she probably thinks I'm confessing to murder. She's been in here so long.
How are you going to tell your mom? Do you want me to tell her? Do you want to tell her? She's going to have to know.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, before that, do you think that will go to anything?
We're going to have to go back and question him again. Okay?
All right.
He did not touch you? Did he ask you for any pictures?
He did, but send him any.
He didn't send him any, but he asked you for, what did he ask you pictures of?
My body and...
Did he ask you for pictures of your penis?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me what words he used to ask for those pictures?
Have any pics?
Just have any pics? Did he say dick pics?
Well, he said like different kinds, like body pics, different kinds of pics, so I told him, no, I'm not send them.
Do you have a username or anything that was associated with your account?
No, I don't even think I had one. I think it just showed my age, like on the screen.
What did you have to use to set the account up? Like a email address?
Yeah, I use like a fake email. I don't remember what it even was, but it's literally you do an email, a password, and then you do like your age and like phone number if you want, and then that's really it. And then like the security, you type in the letters or whatever.
Do you think you can remember what that fake email was? That might be the only way that we can access those files from that company.
It'd probably be easier to remember that if I hadn't made like 1,000 different emails for like YouTube and so. No, I really don't remember what that email was.
If you remember at some point in time, just let me know. Should we let Mom back in?
Yeah.
Are you going to talk to her or you want me to?
Sorry, I got a little chocolate on my head.
Yeah, you want chocolate chip cookie for real?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
You want me to talk to her or are you going to talk to her?
I'm gonna try to do better.
Well, we talked a little bit about the carjacking situation.
It's not.
It's not what you think.
No.
It's not a gun in the face and I'm going to steal your car. There's an app called Grindr that people use for hookups. And
I wasn't hooking up with the guy. I planned on robbing him because he was trying to meet up with a 17-year-old. Like, I didn't go on the site looking for, like, sex or anything. Like, I'm not gay. I went on there, honestly, like a catfish kind of thing.
I don't even know what that means.
that means he made a profile that said he's 18 or 19, and they start chatting on the app, and he says, I'm underage, I'm only 17, and the guy says, I don't care, let's meet up anyway and hook up.
I don't know.
So they met in the parking lot,
Yeah.
and he said, let's do this, and they decided they'd go in the back seat, and it's my understanding you're small enough that you jump through the seats, is that right?
Well, no, I was in the front seat, like, all right, well, like, you want to go to the back seat or whatever. Well, he said that, and then when he got out of the car, I closed the front passenger door and he closed his, and then I locked the doors and he was locked out, and I got in his car, or I got in the driver's seat and I cracked the window, and he was, you know, like, kind of blocks out of my car. I'm like, no, you just tried to hook up with a child. Like, I'm still a minor. And then, like, I never even left Overlook parking lot with his car. I literally went up, turned around, and then, like, messed with him a little bit. Like, I would go up to him, and I'd gas it a little bit, and then I turned around, and he came up to the door, and I'm like, where's your wallet? Where he's like, can I have my phone? I'm like, no, but where's your wallet? I'll give you your phone if you give me your wallet. Because I was going to take his money. He said he didn't have it. And then, like, I looked away for a second. He, like, grabbed the window and tried to, like, break it. And then I took off and, like, parked up by the dumpsters. And he was gone when I looked back. So then I got up and I left.
Who else was with them?
It was just us two.
You and
That guy. Yeah.
Braden?
No, Braden was never involved.
Who's the other guy?
He says there was nobody else there, and I haven't been able to view the revision of the video, so I don't know.
Yeah.
What did he say? There was two people there?
When you initially looked at before, like I said, I'm sending it to have it enhanced.
Right.
It looks like there's another person that shows up later, but
No, I don't know who that is.
Okay.
I don't even know how to file that one away. That's going to have to sit somewhere else for a while. But
Don't you feel a little better letting that off your chest? I'm not that.
Not really.
Not really?
No.
what kind of, that's a scary charge.
well, it's kind of a convoluted situation. If we've got an adult male that's soliciting a child, unfortunately, he deleted the app and blocked that man and he doesn't remember his email associated with that. So it's going to be hard for us to pull up the records to verify that portion of it, which is,
Okay.
So I told him that if he can remember what email address he used, he says he's always creating new emails to log into YouTube and stupid stuff like that. So if he could remember what email address he used, that's usually what companies like that require
Okay.
to be able to locate, if they even have the information stored. You can imagine how much information runs through there.
Right. Why would you even hear about an app like that? Why would you even do that?
I don't know. Like I said, Mom, I don't know why I do anything that I do.
That sounds all vigilante crazy to me. That's what that sounds like. So that will get forwarded also, and then God only knows what that charge is going to look like.
I've been doing this a long time, and I don't know what will happen with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you'll see charges out of it, if that man will see charges out of it. I don't know.
Right.
I'm
assuming he called the police to report that.
Yeah.
Which was really crazy considering.
Well, no, because after that I downloaded 5 Radio, because when he left, I'm like, why would he just leave without a car?
That was really steep on his part as well because he was literally there with a minor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, but what he said to the cops is what I overheard, like on the radio, is I heard somebody saying it like back over to tell him what the guy said, and he said a teenage male was in like distress and was asking for a ride to Elm Street.
Oh.
And then, like, whenever he said, I don't even remember what he said after that.
He wasn't truthful with his story.
Okay.
And we knew that there was more to it.
Right.
But we discussed the elderly woman again, and he says, there's no way.
I would really almost lay my life down for eternity and say, absolutely no way.
Says he's been to her house once to ask if he could do yard work to make some money. And that was years ago.
That probably was. They all do it.
Yep, there would be no reason for his DNA to be in her house at all.
No.
You see how all these horrible things kind of tie together?
Yeah.
And you start to get pretty worried about what's happening, especially with the escalation of...
Yeah, but the scary thing is if he's admitting that they did all these things last night, and there's other issues like from whenever he said a week or so ago, so they're not the only ones out there doing it in our neighborhoods.
So, if there's something else or somebody else that you know is out there doing stupid crap,
Yeah.
can keep it on the down low. Your name won't cross my lips, but I need to get to the bottom of what happened to this poor woman. Okay? Not only for, just because I need to do it for my job here to relieve me, but for her family.
Exactly. Oh my God.
So if you know of anybody else that's out creeping around, and I know you told me the one guy that you thought was a little crazy, but probably not.
Cute for Maurice. But I doubt.
I think he's wacko.
Well, you work up there, or you work up there while we're here, what's going on, Maurice?
Honestly. It's the family. The family are the bad ones.
Charlotte, I'm pretty sure, just got caught floating checks again. Which, like, that's why, the second review, there was some parties and...
Yeah, well, there's one that stuff in.
Yeah, that's why that one got ran to the ground, because Charlotte was floating checks.
What does that mean exactly, floating check?
I don't know what...
Paying for, like, you write a check to pay for something, but you don't actually have the money, so then you write another check to cover that.
Yeah.
You're paying for fake money.
I had somebody that, I was pregnant, I worked in a gas station, and this woman would do that.
Charlotte's the daughter there.
I got in trouble. I don't know what that means. I'm a kid.
That was good.
Do you need more?
Yeah.
But no,
You're good now?
no, I think Charlotte's one of the owners
Right.
because she's older.
She's Joe's daughter.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I handled case after case.
Yeah, that's what
I bet.
Yeah, I don't think Joe lets her touch like any money there anymore.
They're not, yeah, we didn't really even want him to get a job there, but he got hired and he needed a job to pay for car insurance. So, and his fines from getting out of all that court stuff. I'm like, you will pay that yourself.
Start looking elsewhere, buddy.
Well, I have a job lined up for the funeral home. Like, I'm already hired and everything, but
What funeral home?
the Hilliard Rosberg.
When my father-in-law passed away, almost a month, and they, Wadsworth had been family friends with my husband's family for many years, and he and Dan were talking, and Dan's like, I'll give you a job. He's like, you can wash cars, you can help with funerals, you can go with me to pick up bodies, blah, blah, blah.
You ready for that kind of stuff?
It's nasty.
He's morbid like me. That's, I'm a morbid person. That's not my
Don't rope you into that. He can never find anybody to
I
talk with him.
know. That's what he said. And he got all excited. He's like, yeah, I'll hire you. So they did. And they pay well. We'd rather see him do that.
Yeah, it's 15 an hour.
Wow.
I know. I'm like, for a
Oh,
second.
probably 250 now. When I was your age.
And that was like 100 years ago.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, well,
Really. Oh, gosh.
that's good money.
It is good. I know.
But the only reason I haven't quit Marie's is because Dan said it's not really up to him when I can work because he doesn't control when people die.
When people die,
That makes sense.
man does.
So,
You can always find something else besides Marie's. Meanwhile, you know, might have something you can walk to closer or...
but
Yeah.
I don't
something.
even get involved with anything bad at Marie's. I work on dish, so I stay in the pit and I do my job. And then I leave because I get good hours. That's the best paying job I can find at the moment besides funeral home. And
And they pay you, what, $10 an hour?
no, 50.
Oh, it's
I mean, other jobs are like 8:30, but still.
I know you got some bad things going on. You can get this taken care of. You're 17. You can ask to get things expunged when you turn 18. And it depends what you're doing with your life. The judge can do that. You can have a clean slate when you turn 18 or, you know, a little after you turn 18. And there's good things out there. There's good things in town. There's like ECS Tuning's always hiring it. You ever heard that from me?
My buddy just got hired.
They have all kinds of cool cars. The owners have Lamborghinis and everything else, and they have car shows, and the place looks like a James Bond movie inside when you go in there, like a set. And they have glass windows with...
You been doing anything to carpentry?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure yet.
But aren't you going to have that job lined up for the summer with that guy?
Yeah, but I haven't talked to him at all.
No, it's been crap weather, so.
There's lots of opportunity. You seem like a nice kid.
He is.
We dealt with plenty of kids that you go, all right, well, I'll talk to you later. You're not that kid, okay? Turn it around. Make good choices. Hear my irritating voice when you go, this is really stupid.
Like, I know it's stupid.
I know.
Like, I know why would I go do that again? Like, I literally just got in trouble with her.
Mhm.
So you gotta hang out. Don't hang out with certain people.
Yeah, I know.
Totally cut them off.
I think you could find another friend. You seem pretty normal.
He is. You know, we've talked about this before. Dr. LaSure from Cornerstone.
Mhm.
Okay. He's seen her on and off for years. He's been seeing her for several months. Gavin was diagnosed ADHD years ago. We tried him on, you know, different medications, Adderall, all those. He was one of that, like, tiny percentage of kids that has failure to thrive. Like, he just didn't grow. And they say it does happen. So we took him off, and it's been a crapshoot. The impulsivity is horrible. And I mean, I realize that's not the same as making poor choices, but he is impulsive. But what was the trade-off? Keep him on Medicaid, you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Well, you need to recognize that that is you.
I know.
Yeah.
Whenever, like, it's in the moment, I
Yeah.
don't think about it whatsoever.
that's
And
what it is.
every time I say that, my dad gets more mad, but that's, I'm being honest, I don't think about it. I just do it.
Well, there's this part of your brain that's not going to develop till you're about 23. And I can say this because I have 3 boys, 2 of which are above that age. Like this little scale, if I do this stupid thing, this bad thing can happen.
Yep.
Your scale doesn't work yet.
Right. I agree.
That's why we see boys getting in traffic crashes from speeding and showing off. That's why we see boys doing stupid, reckless things like jumping off of a roof into a pool and fracturing both their legs all the way up. That's why we see boys doing stupid things.
Yep.
And there are just a handful of them that just can't grasp that. And
I know.
you're that kid.
And I'll tell you one more thing, and don't drink. Don't start drinking.
Exactly.
Because if you do, you'll probably get addicted just like that. Same thing with drugs. Certain personalities and certain...
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Some people have a
Now you got 3 of us preaching to you.
I know. I'm used to it.
Some people have, well, the ADHD, you have one to be self-medicator and self, you just get addicted quicker than
I know.
a normal person.
I know.
Yep, my middle boy is that all day long.
Frustrating. Okay.
But now as an adult, you know, he's good. He's like, you're right, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Exactly. And I think they can. They start learning that you have to learn to get around it.
I'm starting to like the older 2 again.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I've gone through that phase. Yeah. Gavin, just when I thought I might start to like you again, buddy. Here we sit.
All right, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, we're not going to come to school and drag you out kicking and screaming or anything like that. If they would, for some odd reason, issue a warrant, they don't usually with crimes that are not crimes of violence.
Okay.
It's not something they usually do. They would just give a juvenile charge and you'd have to go to court. You get a letter in the mail. We have a whole new regime in there because we had a new prosecutor elected and he came in and cleaned everything out and we have a new juvenile prosecutor. So I'm not a good judge of how we're going to handle it. But I haven't seen that type of thing with juvenile charges.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just call you.
Okay.
Okay, and let you know.
Okay.
You know, this is what they said. You know, you'll get letters in the mail, and we'll go from there. And I'm really gonna have to do some work on the whole thing with the grinder situation and figure that out because it's not cut and dry.
It's not.
You know.
And you said you already deleted the app?
Yeah.
And got rid of it so we can't show...
Yeah, I deleted that night.
If you sign back into the app, would it...
Because I blocked that guy, like, after it happened.
Okay.
Because I know it deletes me right off his account. And it deleted him off mine and everything.
Okay.
And after that, I deleted the app. And
Did you talk to anybody else through that app?
no, I mean, other people texted me through it, but I didn't really answer anybody. I barely went on it. Like, it sat around my phone for like a week. And then, like, I signed on, like, signed up and everything. And,
Yeah.
that's...
We do go after underage people, not underage, we go after adults trying to get underage people, and that's something she specializes in, and I do. And we do go after adults doing that.
That's why we're kind of bombarding you.
Yeah.
You know, we realize what you did was wrong, but there's also a flip side to it. We're just not
There's the
sure.
right way of going after these people, and that's what we do.
Right.
And kind of like Chris Hansen,
Yeah.
right?
To catch a predator. No.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah.
Time and time again,
So we do like to catch people. We don't like the crime, but we...
right. Well, yeah.
You understand, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
So if you can do some thinking, maybe do some messing around online and see if you can
Come up with something for
come
that.
up with that account.
It's only going to help you, Gavin, because at this point, like I said, it's a very gray area. And who knows how that's going to play out.
Kind of color catch this dude.
Yeah, I know.
Shit.
Honestly. Oh my God.
Gavin, you mind going out with Officer Cooper and I can talk to your mom just for a minute?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you would show the
It doesn't matter. He'll get it afterwards.
Yeah.
Chris Ramsay gave detectives consent to extract data from Gavon's phone. Well, let's just say that the data they extracted would place Gavon in a whole new light regarding the death of Margaret Douglas. Here is the second interview with Gavon Ramsay. It was conducted on April 16, 2018.
Gavon, can I get your water or something? No. I'll be right back in, okay? You sure I can't get you a drink? I know telling me about it doesn't give you much relief.
Just change the fact that it ruined my life.
It's not gonna change it. We can't go back and change it.
No.
At this point, we just have to figure out what's going on with you, okay? Did you go to school the next morning after this?
I don't think we were even back in school.
Oh, it was during spring break, you're right.
I think so.
And you didn't take anything from the house? Like I said before, it doesn't make a difference either way.
I mean, what other crime can I commit that would really matter at this point?
No, the family just specifically
Yeah.
asked me about the wallet, so that's the only reason I'm asking about that, okay? It doesn't have anything to do with the case really, it just a little something for them.
Grandpa? Think I'm breathing? Feel more comfortable laying down there? Do you want to take these off of you for a bit? That's up to you guys. Do you mind?
I don't mind that. I'm not worried about
A
you.
little bit more comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Can we get something off of her? Tell me I don't use these very much.
something.
Gavon, what happened to you, Margaret's underwear?
Her.
Right?
There was a bit of an altercation. Like, she wasn't up whatever she was going to the phone. And,
So did you kind of wrestle with her then?
a little bit, like, off the couch.
On the floor? And her underwear got torn then?
Yeah, kind of bit.
So when she died, was she on the couch or on the floor?
Floor.
Were you on top of her then?
Kind of.
Like straddling her?
Yeah.
And did you use one hand or both?
Oh.
Did you squeeze it or push her against the floor or both?
Oh.
And you said you don't remember if she was bleeding at that point?
Well, the only reason I can think of bleeding is when I put my hand over her mouth.
So you were when you were holding her hand over her mouth, you had to push too hard and maybe made her nosebleed.
Yeah.
So were you in her house for a little while before you woke her up?
I mean, I came up onto the porch, and I didn't even know what I was going to do. And I looked in the window and everything. I don't know, I felt like going into a house is like the biggest adrenaline rush I could get. So, and I tried the doorknob and that just happened to be unlocked.
Was it the front door or back door?
The back door.
So you went into the kitchen?
Was like the TV on or something? And you went in? I don't think so. Ended up at the house, she had to or something. Well, she was already asleep whenever I went in because when I came around the corner, that's where I saw her and it scared me. Because I didn't expect to see someone right there. So I didn't hear anything. So I came in, I opened the door, I just listened. And then I didn't hear anything, so maybe nobody's home. And then I go to walk around that corner, and I'm still going slow, but I see her, and she's, I don't know, like sleeping or something. And then I go to turn around and hit the chair, and it made a noise, and she woke up.
And she started to scream at that point, you said?
Yeah, because like when I hit the chair, I turned back around, and I looked, and she was there staring at me and started to yell. And then went for the phone. Scared me what it looked like.
We were trying to get when she went to the phone, whatever you were trying to get the phone, the phone was just a good call. Did you not have Calvary or is that what you guys thought on that phone?
It was like a little bit of a fight, I think. I think I threw it under the couch, I'm not really sure.
You guys ended up on the floor at that point?
Yeah, I don't even know where the phone went.
When you say you guys on the floor, like her gown, the floor.
Yeah, because she was still,
What happened to her underwear, I guess?
I don't even know if she was wearing underwear.
Okay.
Because when she was on the couch, like, she grabbed the phone and everything. It was still, like, yelling, and I don't know if she died or anything yet or not, but I just didn't know what to do, and then that happened. By the time I even realized what I was doing, it was too late to stop anything.
And I mean, you realize that when you're on the floor on top of her, with your hands on her and stuff. That's when.
Now, there's a couple of videos of you kind of peeking over the edge of the couch and videotaping her. When was that all done?
That was on the same night. Why did I lie about anything? That was stupid.
It's okay. So when you went in the house earlier?
No, like, I never went to the house before, but, like, I went in, and I was being quiet and everything. And, like, how it happened, like, I wasn't lying about that, but I did, you know, like, I turned the corner and did see her.
And you hid?
Yeah, then I hid, and I, like, was taking my phone. I was taking pictures to see if she was awake.
I got you.
And then
She saw you.
we stood up, and she saw me.
Did your flash go off on your phone?
I don't think so.
So from there, is that did you tell us the truth about the rest of that? So how long do you think you were in the house before you woke her up?
I don't know, probably like 10, 15 minutes.
And then from the time you woke her up to the time you ended up on top of her, choking her, how long did that whole part take?
That was probably like 5 minutes.
So pretty quick. She tries to get the phone, you try and stop her. You guys struggle to the floor, you end up on top of her with your hands on her neck. And you're pushing and squeezing. You have your hand over her mouth at the same time?
Well, my hand on her mouth was on the couch. And then, I don't know, rolled or something off the couch.
Was she like fighting back to you then, trying to struggle, and then you guys went down?
Yeah. I think on the way down, that's when we got ripped.
But you don't remember ripping her panties? How long did you stay there before you put her in the closet?
That was probably like 30 minutes. I just kind of sat there and I didn't know like what was going on. Like I was still in shock from it, I guess. And then I checked my phone and it said it was like 4 something. And I knew my mom had to get up at 5:04.
So then you made the decision then? Did you look around for another place to put her, or was that just the first place you came along?
I guess it was just the first place considered like my time with it.
Was it just to hide her? So you could just be done and gone?
So all that stuff that was on top of her was already in the closet? So you pulled all that stuff out of the closet?
Well, I mean, a lot of other stuff that was already hanging.
Gotcha.
Trying to pull it out.
And then you drug her by her feet, you said, to the closet. What part of her body did you put in there first?
I think it was her head that went in first. Because, like, I opened the closet door, I didn't even know if there was going to be anything in there or not. And I think there was some stuff in the way, so I stopped and I moved it. And then,
What was in there?
the thing I remember most is just the sweeper going on there. And I think there was just, like, clothes and just whatever, something around.
So you moved all that stuff. And then you put her head in?
I think I put her head in first, I don't really know.
She has to manipulate her body, like kind of pick her up, like Gil Smith. Just like kind of pick her up a little bit.
Yeah.
Take her from the back to the front.
I went over the front, or like behind her shoulders.
Like kind of like a little carrier. Like, okay. And just kind of put her in that way.
And then everything from the closet you just put back in there on top of her?
And then clothes that were hanging and just pull them off. Okay.
How'd you leave? Which way?
To the back door.
Did you close the closet door? Did you put that heater in front of the door?
Yeah.
Was there any adrenaline with that? No.
It was like adrenaline and shock at the same time. So like, 1 second I'm like, I don't know, adrenaline.
Like, and the next thing you know, it's like,
It's like
with overload.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
So what did you do with your gloves when you left?
I threw it away
Where at?
in the trash can.
At home. Because there's a glove there. Could you have dropped one?
There wasn't one there. I guess I did drop one, but
There was purple stuff on it. What was the purple stuff that was on there? I get it, that there's a whole piece of this that you don't understand why you do, okay? I understand the whole sexual piece that you don't understand. And I get that. Did the purple stuff have to do with the whole sexual piece that you don't understand why you do? No.
no, the purple stuff was the jelly. I didn't even know where that came into play at.
Did you maybe use it like kind of as a lubricant for something?
Is it a part you don't understand, or is it a part just embarrassing? In your own mind, in your own mind. Because it's okay.
None of this is
Well,
okay.
it's not okay, I'm saying we understand that it's an embarrassing part, she's just not sure if we understand that part. You know what I mean? It's okay that we understand it that way.
Something I don't understand, I guess.
You know, the sex with it.
But you put the jelly on the glove. Is that when you used her hand to rub your?
Yeah.
Did you ejaculate? And is that the same time that you were taking some of those pictures?
Yeah, and after I took those pictures, well, like, what?
That's when the shock set in.
Yeah, like, what am I doing?
So it was adrenaline all the way up until then. And then that whole shock just took over the overload. Is that right?
It sounds great. I don't know.
Back now. It's hard. Confusing. Did you go in the house initially just to steal something? Since you're out.
Just, honestly, all I did was I wanted the adrenaline rush.
Oh, it's just going to a house.
Something.
Okay.
I think that's why I broke into the cars and stuff, because it's that risk factor, and all I've ever done is take risks, because that's the only thing that makes me,
That's your drug, adrenaline?
yeah, like, I don't know, nothing feels real to me. When I'm having adrenaline, it's like, alright,
You feel alive.
not,
Like there's meaning to you. Right?
I don't know about me, but
But you understand, like you feel like
yeah,
something.
it feels different, like, I don't know how to explain that.
Any bad stuff inside you goes away.
I guess.
Do you live with hurt?
Hmm?
Do you live with hurt inside you? Pain? Confusion?
I used to be, you know, with hurt and everything, but I don't know what it's from.
Like when you met up with the guy with the car, was that adrenaline?
If,
A little bit.
yeah.
So your whole attention is going in the house was just the adrenaline of being in like the house.
Yeah, I didn't even rob the house.
It was just the sneaky thrill of can I get in someone's house and get out and get away with it.
Yeah, but if the door was locked, I would have just walked away. I would have been like, I'm not going to try and go open a window or climb on the roof and go in. I would have just left, just like a car. A car's locked.
Did you try any other doors besides the house?
Hmm.
You just were familiar with that house when you ended up there.
Well, whenever I was walking around, because I was out, you know, trying to get in the cars and everything, and I came up from like the backyard, and I've never even been in their backyard, and there was no cars in the driveway. And the garage looked like it hadn't been opened in a while because there was stuff out in front of it. So then I just went.
Figured that out and see if maybe didn't even know somebody was home.
Yeah, but I didn't think anybody was home.
Was it dark when you went inside the house? No lights on or nothing?
None at all?
Well, no, there was a lamp that was on.
In the living room? Over in the corner by the shelf? That one?
No, by, like, if you walk in from the kitchen, you're looking at the couch, it's on the right.
Okay.
I think.
Gotcha. By the change cabinet there. Probably where she was reaching for the phone there. Did she say anything to you when any of this was happening? Did you say anything to her?
No, it happened.
It happened quick. And you didn't take her wallet. Nobody cares about the 60 or 80
Yeah,
bucks.
nobody cares about anything there.
I did, but it's gone.
What do you throw in?
Trash also
Which trash?
at my house, but
Trash is already taken out. What day's your trash next?
Tuesday.
Tuesdays.
So that's,
So the card and everything, so we know we're not going to worry about somebody using that card at all.
yeah, that's gone.
And the cash, you just probably use it on whatever, smokes and shit.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's cool. I appreciate that. The family just worried about discovering the card and somebody using it.
So when you left her house, she was home?
Yeah. 2-minute walk. I don't know, I'm trying to process what just happened.
What were you doing before you made it to Margaret's house?
I just break into cars.
Do you remember where at?
It was down towards, I think there was Sarabon, and then I crossed over Broad, and I went down towards, past the little car dealership.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't even get into any cars when I was over there. I was walking back, and I was thinking, what if I went into a house? And then I came up Broad Street, and I just went through a yard, and then I saw there was nobody there, well, no cars. The garage looked like it wasn't open.
Did you look inside the garage?
I mean, before I went up on the porch,
Yeah.
I opened the garage door, and it was just piled with a bunch of stuff, so I'm like, well, nobody's here. I didn't know whose house it was at first until
You saw her. And you knew she knew you.
Had you talked to her before? I know we discussed it a couple times, but
just knowing that, when I was 13 or 14, going to shovel driveways and stuff. When I was actually doing something good.
and nobody was with you this night, and you've not told anybody about this.
No, nobody knows about this. I was never going to tell anybody.
What were you wearing that night? I mean, obviously it's carpentry, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you find the boots and the carpentry you all wear, so keep your boots rolling because you're comfortable.
I don't even think I was wearing boots. I think I was wearing shoes because I knew I was out, going to car.
Not the days you got run. Like tennis shoes then?
Yeah.
What kind of tennis shoes do you have?
Nike, ID, running shoes. They were just my gym shoes. My little brother wear them now.
You don't remember what else you were wearing, though?
No, I think I had black sweatpants. And probably a black sweatshirt.
I think it was dark, so you wouldn't be seen. Makes sense. It's part of being around.
Is there anything at your house that you've taken from any of these cars or anything that we could recover? You know, like a GPS unit or sunglasses or anything like that?
No, I remember the GPS, but I didn't take that out.
Did Brady take it home then? No?
Braden wasn't with me a lot of the times. When I would go out. I don't know.
Well, when you met up with the guy with the car, did you take stuff from his car?
I was going to.
Like his cash? And he didn't care about cash. I mean, he didn't care. His cologne.
You had a bag with you, right?
Yeah, I had my bag. I just had, extra clothes.
So then,
A hoodie. I think I had sweatpants in there. And then I had my house keys, cigarettes, and
Phone chargers, stuff like that?
yeah.
why did you play his cologne? Just keep that?
Yeah, but there wasn't a lot in it.
And the cash, just use that for whatever, like smokes and stuff?
I didn't get cash from it.
Oh, there wasn't no cash in it?
Because the whole reason, I had a stone in there, and I cracked the window, and he was outside the door, and I'm like, "Where's your wallet?" He's like, "I don't have it." And I'm like, "I don't believe you." So I kept the doors locked, and I moved the window up because his fingers done. I opened his glove box and went through stuff, but it wasn't in there. I'm like, "Well, what's in your pockets?" He's like, "Nothing." He shows me his pockets. And then, I don't know, my adrenaline was already going, so then I just inched up a little bit. And I kept just doing that. And then I turned around, and I came down like parking lot. And I turned left into there, and he came over there. And that's whenever he grabbed the window and tried to like pull it and break it. And then I went forward, like I turned and went up towards the doctor. I threw his phone, and then I looked back and I couldn't see him. So I got out of the car.
Yeah, he walked away. We did a couple of them.
I don't know, I wanted to see.
No, I understand. For the key of soul, you know what I mean?
And there was some physical stuff that went on between the two of you in the car, right?
I mean, we understand no about the actual stuff.
Yeah.
First time.
I mean, officially, I guess.
Yeah.
The stuff happened when I was younger. Like, that wasn't voluntary. It wasn't like rape, but
No.
it wasn't voluntary for me.
You just weren't sure. Like when you got there, it's kind of like there's the plan, then things just start happening. And then excitement of that.
Yeah, no, that's kind of freaked me out a little bit.
There's all kinds of stuff.
What freaked you out? Your reaction to it or him?
I don't know, just once I realized I was in the back of a car with some guy doing that.
And you remember the blue bandana, right? And she was the queen from Sarah.
Yeah,
So when you realized that was just crazy.
yeah, I didn't want to get rid of it anymore.
Had you met anybody in the Griper before?
I had, yeah, before.
And did you talk to people on it?
A little bit, because I wasn't sure of how I felt, I guess.
Okay. You're not the only person ever to not be sure, so.
Or being a teenager, just what goes on.
Does anybody else know about that? Are you worried about what your family would think?
I mean,
Is that what part of the confusion was on the stuff with Margaret too? Just the internal confusion?
yeah,
Sexual stuff and people battle with that all the time.
Gavin, is there anything else that we need to know about?
no, now you got it.
We just want to put it all on the table and deal with it all now to get you the help you need, okay?
It's something else.
Yeah, I know I was driving, so I didn't pay attention to a whole lot like that, but she may have asked this, but did you mean to hurt Margaret like that?
No. No.
Or was it just a shock?
A shock.
You said you started doing it, and by the time you realized that she had died, it was too late.
Nothing I could do.
Is that why you punched the wall at school? Was that main frustration? I think that comes out of your hand. You don't say it hurt.
Sorry. I think I broke my hand or my pinky. I didn't even care. I was just mad because I finished my test in math, and then I saw a text from Braden that said the cops had my phone. I'm like, great. And then Miss Firestone rings. I'm like, that's for me, I guarantee it. I'm looking at her, and she looks at me, and she, like, go to the office. I'm like, great.
That's the birthday type stuff. It was full of that way.
Yeah.
Well, it was regular. Yeah, the church house, right?
Did you guys go in the church? No. You didn't set off the alarm before nothing with the windows?
Yeah. Like,
Were you going to go into the church before the alarm went off?
I don't really know what we were going to do at the church. I didn't even hear the alarms go off. Braden did. He's like, dude, the alarm's going off. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I listened, and like, we should probably go. And we did.
Did you feel weird going out and given some cars are trying to break that place, knowing what you've already been through in Margaret's house? That seems strange. Or just kind of like the thought of the past life. Because it's over, you can't change it.
Was it less of an adrenaline rush?
Yeah. It wasn't.
Or is there that same adrenaline when you were on top of Margaret? Or did you have the same adrenaline?
That was,
Yeah. It was a little bit different.
well, like, that, you know, and breaking the cars.
Yeah.
I mean, cars is like that. Like, it's just that, you know, when you go to open the door handle, it's like, is the alarm going to go off? Someone's going to come outside. So it's like, there's that risk. And then, I don't know, the whole breaking into the house, that was the adrenaline part. I think, I don't know, just, I didn't even have a grip on reality whenever I did that.
Do you need to drink water in your way? You're going to go pretty cool. What? Drink water.
Now we've asked you 76 times over at once.
What do you think's even going to happen with me?
I think you're going to go to juvenile detention. And you're going to do some time in jail.
How long do you think?
I don't know. I just don't know, Gavin. But I do know that your mom absolutely loves you, and you are a huge part of her world. And she needs you to be here.
But that's what I'm most upset about.
But I want you to remember that. I don't want you to forget that, okay? You can't.
I don't think that the only thing that's kept me going is my mom.
She seems like a pretty fantastic lady.
She is.
And she loves you more than anything, so if anybody can get you through this and get you what you need to fix whatever's going on with you, it's your mom.
That's the thing. I don't know if this can be fixed. And because it doesn't feel like it's some regular emotion. It just feels like it's natural, and I don't want it to be. I don't.
Anything can be fixed. Yeah.
I want like a super nice kid. There's got to be something that, that's making all this happen for you, right?
Probably, but I don't know what.
So you're kind of fixing that now, don't you think?
No, that made it a whole lot worse.
That's a big weight to be carrying around, don't you think?
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of monkey on your back that you've been taking. And now you're not toting it anymore. Now you get to heal.
You ever told your counselor about any of the thoughts that you have?
I did a lot, and she didn't. She started with trying to treat the depression first, and it wasn't working for a little bit. I still tried to kill myself, but I didn't.
Because you know it's not right.
No, I don't care what happens to me. Like, honestly, I don't. It's what would happen. Like, what would it do to my mom? If, like, I killed myself like that, my mom said she couldn't go on another day if I died. I'm not going to kill myself because of that.
So it's more for her, not for you.
Yeah, I don't care about me. I don't.
You do. People care about you.
Other people might advise it.
It's because you're dealing so much, that's why you don't. But deep down you still do. Because people that truly don't anymore, they even want to do it. You have the heart on it. That's why. That's just the reality of the gap. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but, okay. I realize this. I'm not going to say who, I'm not going to say where, 'cause I mean, it's not really that legal. I don't want to bring more drama.
Yeah.
Me and my buddy, we were out driving. It was kind of late. It was probably like 1 in the morning. And we were at Silver Creek. And it was like kind of raining and everything. And like when we were coming down this hill, there's like a big turn you have to take. And I'm like just joking, like, dude, take it like 70 or something. He's like, oh, I will on the way back. I'm like, yeah, sure, like whatever. And then on the way back, he's like, oh, screw it. And I'm like, oh, cool, like doing that. Like, I didn't really care, because if he was only going like 40, when I went 50 or something, and then he kept going, or he kept speeding up and everything, and then curves started coming up. I'm like, dude, you might want to slow down. And he was like, yeah, so he slams on the brakes, we look at each other, we're just kind of like, oh, well. And then the car, like, went up over the sidewalk and, like, in the air, and then spun, like, down a big hill. And we were pretty sure the car was going to roll and we were going to die. We didn't, like, overreact. Like, whenever we heard the tires squeal, whenever, like, the car started to turn, we looked at each other and, like, all that happened, we were like, well, that was cool.
Because there's nothing you can do with attachment, and there's no way to stop it. So you have to accept whatever happens.
Yeah, but I wasn't scared. Like, I was accepting whatever happened. I wasn't scared if I was going to die, or if I was going to crash, and, like, break my back and be paralyzed. It didn't really matter to me.
Maybe because you're carrying a lot on your back.
But this was before that.
No, I mean even things before that. You mentioned something, I think I heard about a friend losing his life, is that correct? When was that?
2013.
You ever think maybe you're carrying something from that? Yeah, you are.
Well, no, I know I am.
Maybe
And
that
I think that's what started the depression.
kind of little bit. After that, I put a crack somewhere and you can't use adrenaline trying to fill it. And it's not working. It does it immediately, but it doesn't long-term business.
No, and then I stopped being that immediate for like that quick fix. It just didn't work anymore.
You need something more long-term.
The night you were out at Margaret, had you drank or smoked anything? Done any drugs that night?
No, I was actually sober that night. Which is another reason why I smoke weed and I drink. Because I can't handle myself when I'm sober. Or I can't, like, comprehend. I don't even know the word to use. My thoughts when I'm sober are dark. When I'm high, they're, like, good thoughts.
Had you ever thought about harming anybody before or taking someone's life before?
Not like planning it out, but like, oh, I'm so mad I can go kill someone right now. Like that kind of thing.
But you never imagined yourself actually doing it?
No, I could never vision myself
Like wondering what it would kill like
if you did. I couldn't, like, I don't know, like some stuff you think about yourself in that situation, like, yeah, I can see that. And then, like, I think about a car crash or something, me dying in a car crash, you're like, yeah, I see that. Something else that doesn't necessarily involve me dying, or even, like, me being injured. Like, yeah, but I think about me killing someone, I'm like, I can't see that. I can't.
never thought that I ever wondered what it would feel like that would feel that adrenaline crack that you're trying to feel.
I mean, I've wondered what killing somebody would feel like, but I've also wondered what jumping off a building would feel like, what driving my car 10 miles an hour speed limit would feel like.
Yeah.
So it's not like anything about this is premeditated.
Nothing extraordinary.
I think we're going to have to wrap things up with you, Gavin, and get some paperwork done to get you where you need to go for the night.
Wait, is my mom or dad coming here?
You know what, I don't know that. I'll go. Your mom said she was
I
going
thought she said she was coming here, yeah.
Yeah.
She was finishing up with that lady at the place we were,
Mhm.
and then she said she'd be coming here, okay? Is there anything that you're leaving out, or just, you know, to, right, I mean, I don't leave here that way.
We don't
People
want
knock
to
you off. I mean, if you're taking it, like she said, is there anything at your house or anywhere that you're taking from anywhere that we can be okay to get it back to where it belongs to, or? Nothing taken from a car, nothing taken from the guy in his car, so nothing taken from Margaret's house, nothing.
No, I'm trying to, like, visualize everything in my room, but I can't. I don't think I have anything. But
The wall something you took from Margaret?
yeah.
And where was that at? We grabbed that.
I think that was on the little thing by the China stuff, too.
Oh.
Okay, by the phone and everything.
Okay. And then the other thing you really took from the guy's car was whatever little bit of cologne he had left.
Yeah.
Nothing else. No wallet, nothing in there. And the cars was just what? Did you get anything like change or
I think it's changed, but
no electronics, no not good?
besides the GPS, but that's gone. I threw it
Did you? Where did you throw that at?
on the road.
Okay. We have one for the church.
Yeah, I guess so. You all right? tired now?
I'm not even tired. I don't know how I feel right now.
Are you sorry this happened?
Yeah, I'm really sorry that I did all of this.
Were you sorry about all of this before you got caught?
Yeah, like I constantly, like, I think about it a lot, and I feel like bad about what I did. Like I don't know. Like, I feel bad. I know it's wrong, but I can't express the emotion. So it seems like what I'm saying is a lot. Like, if I say, like, something about my mom, you know, I cry or whatever, it's like, okay, being honest. But if I say, like, I'm sorry for what I did, like, with Margaret, and I don't have any emotion to it, it sounds like I'm lying and I don't really care. But that's not it. I did.
If she was here, what would you say to her?
Like, what do you mean?
If she was here alive in front of you, what would you say to her?
I'm sorry. That was never meant to happen. If I could take it back, I would.
Make sure you take advantage of whatever counseling they have for you. You need to go into it with an open mind and cooperate and do everything you can to get the help you need, okay?
I've been trying to get help.
I know you've been going, but I don't want you to give up on that. I want you to do what you need to do. I think you'll probably end up having to stay here for a little bit while we get some paperwork done, and then we'll get you up to a juvenile detention center. It's required that you're handcuffed behind your back when we go into the juvenile detention center.
That's fine.
So, have you ever been there before? Not in the detention side, you said just for drug testing and stuff.
Yeah, I don't even know what it's like in there. I know DYS is bad.
I don't think it's quite as bad, but I think they're fairly strict.
Well, I'm saying, like, I'm gonna do, like, what I'm supposed to do when I'm in there. I'm saying DYS. If you don't,
Who you're housed with, is that what your concern is?
yeah, like DYS, people get the crap beaten out of them while they're asleep. Like, I don't want to deal with that.
Do you know anybody that's been to DYS?
Yeah, I know. Darren Matheny. You know, I've been told if I go to TYS, first thing I want to do is get into a fight and join a gang. So that's the only way that anything's going to work out for me, DYS.
I don't think that's the best advice you've probably ever been given. I wouldn't even say that's even good advice.
Well, I mean, it's not. I hate you, Coach, on the game.
Okay, they're gonna come up. Yeah, I mean, that's only one thing I just want to check with you, because I know you're being honest and straightforward, you know what I mean, and I appreciate that. So I just want you to be straight up with us, okay? In Margaret's house, I'll be honest, I know you had those boots on. Okay?
I did have his boots on.
Yeah, you did, because you took a picture, and your boots were right there.
Oh.
Yeah, they're those same boots.
Right.
But I know you took the tennis shoes, I wasn't sure, I just double checked.
I really didn't think of it.
And I understand, it's a whole lot going on inside your mind. So I just want to make sure, it's not so much as just saying, I'm just letting you know, it's confirmation, so we're all just truthful. So we walk right here the same thing, okay? Or anything like that. So he's calling the road guy, come up here. Officer just snapped just a couple of photos of his hand, maybe just some marks to show.
You don't have any marks from struggling with Margaret?
That tiny little thing right there, I think it was a fingernail. But that's the only thing.
Put your hands up here like this.
Because all the other stuff I can tell you where it came from.
Yeah. Or your carpet here on that.
Well, these, they're all from the handcuffs and stuff.
Yeah, I can tell.
Most of
your
that
function.
is all.
Or just look at that.
That was work, so is that. That's using my like some kind of
Okay.
So just that little red spot up there.
that little thing.
Were you bleeding?
Mm-hmm.
Just scratched on the surface. Did you have your bag with you when you went in there? You usually carry your bag, I would assume, to take stuff in.
Yeah, I mean, I know I have my bag with me. I don't know if I left it inside, or if I just left it, or like if I took it inside and left it outside. Yeah, even if I had to run or something.
Gotcha.
But like not run away, but run from the house.
When she woke up. She wouldn't have caught you. And you had gloves on the whole time you were in the house?
Yeah.
Even when you moved her and put her in the closet? You took them off when you got outside?
Yep. Oh, I got one.
What are you thinking? You're going to say something?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is Officer Cooper Gavin?
Yeah, nothing. Yeah. Hey, Gavin, I need to take some photographs. Yeah, just place your hand on it just like that. Just.
You know, on the ground there.
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, if you can. Now, if you do like you just did.
Like this.
Mm-hmm. And actually, I'll have you turn them up just like that. Perfect. Oh, no, just a little bit. Just like you are. Now, let me just.
Why don't you show them where Margaret scratched you?
That little one right there.
Okay. You want to see this hand again?
And you said the redness there is from the handcuffs.
Yes, understand. I'll do this right there.
He punched the wall at school for that big one on his knuckle there on his right hand.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you stand up for me, or just sit in the chair? Just for a second. Okay.
What I was saying is, I don't think I can
1 second. Okay.
ever face something together. Like, maybe my mom. My dad, I don't know. I think if my dad sees me, he's gonna go to friggin' jail. Because
Gavin, I know you can't understand this right now, but once you're a parent, it's different.
yes, but then my brothers, my 2 little brothers, they're so innocent. Like, my older brother leaves for the service in 2 months. I was gonna affect him, I was just gonna ruin that for him.
Unfortunately, this is going to affect everybody.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's gonna ruin our family name.
It's not going to be easy to deal with. But your parents are still thankful that you're here. What if one of your little brothers' mind works just like yours?
The only person I've met that I even think was slightly the same as me is this one guy that I work with. He works like 1 day a week. His name's Heath. Not the crazy guy, Hugh. He's a psychopath. Well, I don't know about a psychopath, but he's a different guy. But Heath, the guy I work with, he's like, when he thinks nobody's watching, he talks to himself and he cusses to himself, like at himself and at everybody. I don't know. He's got a different look in his eyes than everybody else.
But if you can figure out what's going on with you, you might be helping one of your little brothers down the road. I don't imagine you always had thoughts like this and always felt like this. There had to be at some point in time where it got to be this way. So if you figuring yourself out saves one of your little brothers some heartache, I truly believe that there's a reason that everything transpires. There's a reason for everything. Okay?
Yeah, but like, I don't know, those people that have life-changing like experiences, like one day they're sad and depressed and they kill themselves, and then the next day they find meaning. I don't feel any of that at all. I don't, like when people go on like these quotes that like save their lives, and like it's just words put together. Nothing has like real meaning.
Maybe because you're not there yet. You haven't found that place yet.
I'll be honest, this Saturday, like just 5 days from now,
Mm-hmm.
I was gone. I was leaving.
You're gonna run?
Because the only reason I didn't yesterday, because I knew my mom just took out my money for my insurance, and I knew my insurance doubled, so I had like no money. I just needed gas money to get somewhere, and I didn't care what happened. I don't know, I think I was headed down towards like Tennessee, and keep going down through there.
You knew that this was gonna come out?
At some point. And I knew if I left, there'd be no coming back ever. And that's, I don't know, I kept having that thought every time I felt like I was ready to actually leave. I'm like, cool, I literally can't ever talk to my family again if I leave.
Well, Gavin, I'm glad it's gonna stop here. I'm glad this didn't go any further. Because I don't know that you would have been able to change on your own.
No, I wouldn't, and I don't know, I had a pretty clear picture of what the next year looked like if I ran.
Unfortunately, I think you would have hurt more people. Was that in your plan?
I mean, that wasn't in my plan, but I could see that happening, but all I could see was me dead if I ran.
Well, it stopped. Think we're ready to move on here?
Yeah, can I use the restroom?
Yeah, we'll get you. I'll start taking you out. Okay. Any more of that?
For the sweetness.
Did you get fun? Did you get enough fun?
98-year-old Margaret Douglas's cause of death was strangulation, and Wadsworth Police Chief Randy Ranke called her murder the most horrific crime he had seen in his 28 years at the department. In November of 2018, Gavin pleaded no contest and was found guilty of all charges, including aggravated murder, aggravated burglary, kidnapping, and gross abuse of a corpse. And on January 18th, 2019, Judge Joyce Kimbler sentenced Gavon Ramsay to life without the possibility of parole for the murder of Margaret Douglas, stating that Gavin was unfit to re-enter society. Roughly 2 years later, on April 12, 2021, Senate Bill 256 went into effect. This bill abolishes discretionary life without parole for juvenile offenders. So Gavin, after 25 years, will be eligible for parole, and his expected eligibility date is March 4th, 2043. He will be 42 years old. Now, this does not guarantee that he will ever be released, but it certainly gives him a chance. Gavin is currently serving out his sentence at Grafton Correctional Institution in Lorain County. I want to thank all of you for watching. We have a lot more coming very soon, so make sure you're subscribed, and we will see you in the next one.